Now to politics. Both sides of the aisle feeling the heat in town halls as they meet with voters back home during the break.
Let's go.
Can we go to the next question?
Yeah, go to the question. Go to the next question.
Go right ahead.
Voters hammering Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein in San Francisco. Voters demanding she take more forceful action to oppose the Trump administration. Republican Senator Tom Cotton also under fire, with voters coming at him on a wide range of topics, including the repeal of Obamacare.
I would disagree with the premise of your question that if we repeal the Affordable Care Act, that that's going to happen. So, part of my problems with the bill that was introduced into Congress last month, though, is that it could have had that result, and it was moving too fast. I didn't think it got it right. That it was better to slow down and get it right rather than get it fast.
All right, Simon Rosenberg is president and founder of the New Democrat Network, and a former Clinton campaign advisor. Evan Siegfried is a Republican strategist and the author of GOP GPS. All right, Evan, I'll start with you first. Senator Feinstein, you're not going after Trump enough. Tom Cotton, it was Obamacare. These are some rough crowds they're facing.
Yes, the San Francisco crowd that Senator Feinstein is facing is actually pretty rough and left of even mainstream Democrats. I think you're seeing them want to have Senator Feinstein literally drag President Trump out of the White House by force and arrest him for some unknown crime that they only know of in their heads. At the same time, Senator Cotton is facing not only people who are concerned citizens, but people who are being put out by local Democratic parties and being told, hey, go voice your concerns about health care and get it on video, because they want to have a moment where Senator Cotton or other Republican office holders that are holding these town halls have an oops moment that'll wind up on YouTube and be used in a future campaign attack ad where they can say, look, this guy's out of touch, he doesn't share your values.
Look what happened, Simon, when a young Maine Democrat, her name is Claire Cummings, she introduced Tom Perez, the new DNC chair. Watch what happens here.
You guys, I still have 2 minutes left, all right? Like, come on. All right? So maybe you came, though, because you're curious about the new DNC chairman and the future of the Democratic policy.
Okay, so to be clear, Simon, what we heard and saw there was the cheering was for Bernie Sanders. The booing was for the new DNC chairman. Democrats appear to still have a big problem.
It's not a big problem. I mean, that event was Tom Perez and Bernie Sanders together, right, traveling around the country showing that there's a unified Democratic Party. But there still is some bad feelings. I mean, let's be very clear about what that was, is that there's still very bad feelings towards the way that Debbie Wasserman Schultz ran the DNC last cycle, the sense that she put her thumbs on the scale for Hillary Clinton. There's still many Democrats still resentful about that, I think for good reason, by the way. And that's why Tom Perez is working so hard in his travels to bring the party together. And I applaud Bernie Sanders for doing this trip with him. It's a good sign of unity for the Democrats.
All right, Evan, and what it could also be a sign of what's happening with both parties is this special Georgia election happening. What is it going to tell us about Republicans and Democrats?
Well, it's going to tell us very little, to be honest with you. These races are not canaries in the coal mine, be it today's Georgia 6th jungle primary, last week's Kansas 4th, the South Carolina 5th, Montana at large, or any other special elections that may crop up. What happens with these is we're seeing Democrats and Republicans in a battle for the narrative going into 2018. These seats themselves won't make a difference. In 2010, Democrats won 3 special elections and said, we're going to be fine in the midterm elections. Of course, they lost 63 seats. Again, this is for the narrative, because Democrats want to overperform or even win these seats so they can have the media and everybody else have the preconceived notion that they are doing very well and every Republican's in trouble.
All right, Simon, last to you, the Georgia special election. Any predictions?
Yeah, look, I think what we now know is there will have been 3 special elections in the last few weeks. Democrats will have performed about 20 points better in all 3 of them than they did in the last election. We'll take that. I mean, if that ends up being the case in the fall of next year, we'll win the House back. So we're excited about what we're seeing. We know we've got a ton of work to do. It's not going to be easy to take out Paul Ryan and the Republicans, but for us to have a Democrat leading in the race in Newt Gingrich's district, you know, we'll take that. We're happy with the results so far.
Simon, Evan, thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.